Hi, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Sid, your host, this Dysfunctional's World. Tune in to your thoughts from your boy podcast. Peace.
I thought we were saying something. My bad.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Dysfunctional's World.
I'm your boy Sid, aka Mr. Let's Talk.
Oh yeah, and it's your boy MJ Hustle
In the building.
Screaming, let's talk.
So let's talk.
What we talking about?
What we talking about, Jay, or we talking about Dame? Huh?
Actually, yeah, to a certain extent, I like how you put that intro for us. I appreciate that alley-oop. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to go ahead and Zion on that one. Talking about Jay. We're going to talk about Jay. But not in that sense that y'all may think. Okay. Jay is down with a group called Rockefeller, right? So let's start on that right there.
Okay.
Once again, not the crew, just the name.
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller.
Who is the Rockefellers?
Who are the Rockefellers? Right. Like I said, not the record label.
Not the record label.
Right.
These are the people you chose to name your company after.
I put it together. Y'all rock out. You know what? Okay, listen. Now you trying to take my spot, fellas?
9 shots. 9 box.
Ooh. Okay, but look, y'all, this is what we talking about, right? Seriously. The population, right, of this country, of this particular country, right, of a particular group of people, we're talking about how their numbers have been declining. That's what this conversation is going to be about. Why are we talking about this, Ed? Glad you asked. I'm going to tell you why. There's an article written by the U.S. Census, the U.S. Census Bureau. You know what I'm talking about? For real. So y'all already know this is official.
Right.
They put it out there actually in August of 2021 was the first article, well, one of the earlier articles that they written, where they said the white population of this country has been declining. Why is this important? We say that this is important because first, in order for them to write an official article about this, it has to be going on for, I believe, anywhere from 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years.
You know what I'm saying? And the majority of those years, almost consecutively, your numbers have to be on the decline. So it's not just a one-shot thing. You know what I'm saying? Where their mortality rate, it's high. It was lower than the birth, but higher than the birth rate. Right. It didn't just happen overnight. This ain't just something that they just wanted to write about. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't trolling people.
Okay.
So when any group of people have a mortality rate that's higher than the birth rate, that's not a good thing. That means that literally your people are ceasing to exist faster than they're being born. So it's almost a date almost. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this information, y'all, is put out by the U.S. Census Bureau. And I'm saying it like that just to be funny. But go look it up if y'all want to know more and more about it.
And in the conversation that me and you had about this topic, I remember you saying something along the lines of they're getting effed out of existence.
Okay, so, and that's the next part of it. This, what he just said is something, a term that I always say. They're getting effed out of existence. And people say that because, and we talk about scientists and, those kind of folks. When they procreate, let's use that word, with another race, the baby is 99% most of the time that of the race. You know what I'm saying? Because the dominance or the recessiveness of particular genes and the dominance of other genes. So the baby is automatically that of the race. Automatically. So that's why 25%. That's right, exactly. And that's why people are saying that they're getting effed out of existence. Because when their women go with, with any other group or race of people, the baby becomes that race. And like I said, y'all, this is scientific information. Look it up for yourself. This is just, this ain't something that we just making up.
Would that be the same with our race?
Absolutely. Well, no, it's not the same because we have dominant genes.
Right, but the women don't have dominant genes.
They do have dominant genes. When our women...
Okay. The only reason I'm asking, and I don't mean to sound ignorant to y'all out there in TV land, But let's say you take a woman your complexion and a man that's Caucasian. The baby comes out lighter, not brown.
Right.
Wouldn't that be his dominance taking over?
No.
Okay.
It would be just the opposite. Just the fact that the melanin is still there shows you the dominance over a particular gene.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then once again, we have no control over the skin tone of a baby. You know what I'm saying? That's all DNA and molecule and blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, we know if it's a white person and a black person, that baby's gonna come out some shade of brown. It's
Caramel.
16 shades. I want to say I might be incorrect, but it's like 16 shades of brown. That baby gonna come out one of them shades of brown.
Okay.
People gonna be able to look at that baby and know, okay, that baby's mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like they can just look at it. But that leads into the next thing, right? Why is it that you see all of these Haitian immigrants and all of these other immigrants that actually walk to the border of Mexico and U.S. being shipped to Guantanamo Bay for housing? They're being shipped over there, which means it's being paid for.
Yeah.
So just think they would rather pay to send thousands of people to Guantanamo Bay housing because they shut down the prison and turned it into housing. They would rather do that than let these people into the country, right? But why are they letting in Ukrainians?
Croatians?
Ukrainians, Croatians, and another group, I'm not exactly sure. But I'm just saying, how is it that you letting this particular group in, but not this particular group? Could it be, right, could it be the fact that the U.S. Census is telling us their numbers have been declining? So what's a good way to get these numbers back up?
Because these people that he just mentioned equate to more Caucasian people, more Caucasian men and women.
Right.
They count in that
Toward
demographic.
that demographic.
They don't count towards Russian, Croatian.
No.
They count towards Caucasian.
Right. They're going to count toward that number.
Haitian.
We're going to count towards our number.
African.
Right. Right. So when you start putting all, and like I said, the U.S. Census wrote this article in August of 21. That's last year. That's last year. Actually about to be a year and some change in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of start thinking about that. And you're like, well, damn, how long have their numbers been going down? Also,
5 to 10 years.
Now, I want you to think about something else that's going to blow your mind. That's going to blow your mind. Their numbers been declining that long, and they still are a multiple of us. A double-digit multiple of us with their numbers going down. That's crazy, right?
We can't stop the rain.
But now here's the kicker is in the world, we outnumber them in the world. They want us to believe that we don't. They got us thinking that when you look at the map right now, all the countries that they say are small really are big, and all the ones that's big really are small. Oh, it's true. It's very true. You know what I'm talking about? It's funny because it's almost like the trick that they played, Greenland and Iceland. Iceland is a place of beauty, lush, grassland, and all that shit, but they call it Iceland because they didn't want to get invaded. Right. In Greenland, what people thought is the total opposite. Greenland is all ice and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. It's same concept. You know what I'm saying? The same concept. For real. It's that, man, it's crazy. It's crazy when... Now, what's going to be funny is people going to watch this, and they're going to be like, oh, anti-Semitism and all this other crap, right?
We didn't say anything about that.
But why is nobody going to point out the fact that, how many times have I said the U.S. Census Bureau? You know what I'm talking about? How many times have I said that?
Wow.
But yet and still, they're going to be like, oh, said from Thoughts From Your Boy podcast, cheap plug. Oh, he this, he that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though I'm telling you where this information is coming from. You can go look it up. I didn't make this up. You can go look it up. August of 2021 is when they put this article out. August of 2021.
What's the name of the article?
White U.S. population declined for the first time since, and they gave a date. That's the exact article. If you want to go look it up, because I know y'all be like, oh, they cap, as y'all say. I don't use that word, but y'all, I don't, because I know where it comes from. But go look it up, y'all. If y'all think we making this up, y'all, this is for real. This is true. When all of them immigrants and all these other folks, refugees or whatever term they may be used under, pardon me, they getting sent to Guantanamo Bay housing. Why they can't come in here to this country?
They're dangerous.
Right. Yeah. They dangerous. A man who got on flip-flops and walked from his country to this country, but he dangerous.
He didn't walk. He swam.
Well, I'm just saying, however they got here, they had to get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't
easy. But this man got
trip.
on flip-flops and cargo pants.
But he's dangerous.
Like they say, make it make sense.
The math ain't mathing.
It ain't. You just got to think about that, y'all. Why weren't the Haitians let in?
And we tie this in with the Rockefellers because was it Norman?
I think it was.
Norman Rockefeller was the one who tried to take over America. Also felt like there was too many people in America. Again, you've heard this before, people. Too many people in America. COVID-19.
Ooh. Now, since we talking about them, somebody correct me on this because I think I'm right about this. John D. Rockefeller said, because he donated over $1 billion to the education system, said, we don't want a country of thinkers, we want a country of workers.
Yep.
That was him who said that, right?
That was him.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We don't want a country of now this
that
man
might be the one that tried to take over America.
It might be him, yeah.
It might not
because
be Norman.
He started the education system, no, not the education system, the board.
Yeah, he started the board.
You know what I'm saying? The education boards. And that's when he made that statement. We want a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. That is the man funding the education system. So what is that going to tell you? And that goes to why are schools and prison built and operated the same way? Once again, what you're talking about said, I tell you, we are programmed to walk on certain sides of the hall. Oncoming traffic on both. You see what I'm saying? We taught this. Yeah. We taught to stop at red, stay in straight lines. We are taught this in schools, and it's the same in prison. School, like they said, school prepare you for either prison or warehouse work.
That's it.
Because you know how to move off bells and sounds and colors. And that's crazy. School don't teach you nothing about economics for real. For real. I'm talking about like economics as far as current, present, what's going on, how to deal with your kind of money that you make on your level. They don't teach you that. They don't man, they teach you how to ring, 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 up, time to move to the next wherever it's going to be.
And more on Conspiracy Hour.
That's right. Come on, let's go. Bring it back. Reel me back.
There's a book on the internet in Amazon that is written by the Russians. It's called Russian Icon, if I'm not mistaken. Ain't that the name?
Yes, Russian icons or idols, one of the two.
In this book, it's a $1,000 book, and in this book, they discuss not history, not her story, your story, and where your people came from, and who the real Messiah, prophet.
They talk about so much. So I want that book. I want that book. I don't want to pay $1,000 for it. I'm not sure. I had to figure out another way, but I want to read that book.
Tally up together.
I like that idea. Bet.
Because he want to read it. I want to skim.
Yeah, because I saw it when I was DoorDash and Sarah, because I was just waiting on orders, and saw this dude talking to me like, "Hey man, look at this book." I said, $2,000. No, so I instantly went on
Amazon,
my Amazon app, and I looked at it. So I sent it to him, then I sent it to you. But yeah, that book, you can go in and look it up now. The Russian Icon, and the book is $1,000.
I want that book, bro. I want it. I want to read it. I want it. I want to own it. Like I want to own it, not just read it. I want to own it.
They also say there's I don't know if it's in that book or not, but there was a civilization that lived among Russia. There were overly developed group of people who, in a decade or two, amassed all kind of discoveries and things like that. And the other Russians, the Caucasian Russians, got rid of these other Russians because of what they looked like and what they were doing. as far as advancement wise.
They starting to put this conspiracy together, or whatever you would call it. I don't want to say conspiracy. I don't want to say that. But they starting to put this thought pattern together of saying that they built the pyramids with vibration. Because, you know, there's a vibration to move everything.
Right.
There's a sound to move everything.
That's possible.
So they were saying that they used, you know what I'm saying, vibrations and stuff like that.
But either way it go, they still use calculator. Or calculus, I should say.
Oh, math was definitely there.
Yeah, because to build them like that.
So specific, so
and
precise.
did they withstand all this time? And the what is it? Rome, the stadium? Colosseum.
Colosseum, yeah.
The Colosseum hasn't even withstood that long. It was built after the pyramids.
But that's because the Colosseum was sacked. Where Rome was sacked and burnt. You know what I'm saying? The Colosseum was destroyed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And it was rebuilt a couple times, and you know, pyramids was never attacked. Never.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Tidbit. I didn't know
They
that.
were plundered definitely for all the gold. The tips of every pyramid normally had gold on it to shine and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sides of them was normally white. You know what I'm saying? Coated in white, shit like that. They stole all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why. And then the rest of it was just deteriorating over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's so much shit going on with that. But once again, it's funny how the topic of this can lead us to where we are now. Like, that's how broad ranging it is. You know, when you start talking about certain groups of people that's let into the country, and then certain groups that's not, and then you get to talk about the history of each group. So it definitely leads.
What?
It leads down definitely a rabbit hole of conversations.
What else we got on Conspiracy Hour?
R. Kelly just won the case. Not yet. He about to be.
About to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so who else true?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he about to be free?
Because a lot of them women were lying and got caught up, and a lot of them cases were dropped. He just won a small case in court, and now they're asking the judge for overall acquittal and something else. Oh. Yeah. So, but what they doing, I know what they doing. Well, in my opinion, what they doing is shooting for the moon, knowing that they ain't gonna get it, but they gonna settle down. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you need $100, but you ask somebody for 100, you need 10, pardon me, but you ask for 100, and they be like, man, I ain't got 100, but I give you 20. I you know what I'm saying? But you only need 10.
Right. So you
That's
still
the same
came
shit
out
they
with
doing, right? They probably be like, okay,
so he may not get out. He may not get out tomorrow.
Right. Well, instead of an acquittal, they be like, you only got 15 years.
Yeah.
Well, shit, he did what, 4 already?
Yeah.
5. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's what they doing.
Yeah.
They trying to shoot up here
or whatever.
No, yeah, they gave him 30. So if he shoot up here, he can get that 30 lowered down to 15. Knowing he did 4 already, he like, well, shit, I only got 9 left. Well, shit, we can do a split on it. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit. Yeah. So I think that's what he's trying to pull.
He still want to have a career.
I don't know. I don't know. And it sounds crazy, but I think a hit song is a hit song is a hit song.
I got
this generation, bruh.
I mean, that's true. Because that's what kept him out of jail for the longest.
I mean, but just think about gonna make it shade.
Yeah.
That was a hit and they didn't care. I'm talking about currently.
I'm just saying, though, like, when he was progressively putting out hits, they let him out of jail. They let him stay out of jail.
Yeah.
But when he started making that raunchy sex music again, they locked him up.
But it's because of VH1 though. They weren't checking for him until VH1. Mm-hmm. You got to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was checking. Yeah, nobody was checking for him. VH1 came out with that.
Yeah, and because when you got, okay, let me say, when you got people like Oprah and Gayle, who gonna make sure the black man stay down. Oops, did he just say that? Damn. Pow. Sorry about that, y'all. But it's the truth, because when you think about Oprah, she always getting on the black man. Always. But when it was what's the billionaire dude who they always show Oprah, she had an arm around him, they took a picture together, Weinstein, the Weinstein dude.
Harvey.
She ain't had nothing to say about him. Nothing. She had all this shit to say about Bill, all this shit to say about R. Kelly, all, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. They're the same. Hard out here for a black man.
I mean, but Bill tried to do something he wasn't supposed to do, though. Bill tried to buy a network.
Yeah.
Not a black network, not like Diddy. He didn't create his own.
Right. He tried
to buy
yeah.
a syndicated network.
And actually had the bread to do it.
And actually had the bread to do it. So yeah, they had to stop him.
And folks said, not on our watch. Not on our watch.
Oh,
You say he did what 30 years ago, 40 years ago? Oh, really? Go get him.
do y'all watch Atlanta?
Nah.
You watch Atlanta?
I ain't seen it lately.
Okay, I don't know. Like, I'm watching the last few episodes because the season ended or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
On one of the episodes, because you know they have like random topics on there sometimes. They got the goof that stood next to the back door.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And instead of the spook that stood next to the back door.
Right, the goof.
So they said that by accident, I don't know how true this is, but by accident, they elected a black dude to be CEO of the company by accident. They voted him in. They thought his name was Thomas. His name was Thompson. They put Thomas Washington or whatever his last name was, and he became the CEO. Anyway, when he got there, he wanted to do a black movie at Disney. Like I said, I don't know how true this is, but it kind of made sense. So the black movie that he did was Goofy. The Goofy movie where you know, him and his son go on a fishing trip. Now, the way the movie play out, it's just a funny movie about Goofy, but he bonds with his son, single father struggles. In the show, they try to make it seem like Goofy was supposed to meet up with he was supposed to find Huey Newton's chair and try to show why the black point was so important to his son. And then at the end of the show, he was supposed to get shot or killed by somebody.
Damn.
But this is Atlanta though, you know. Atlanta take things that go way overboard with it.
Right.
But Goofy really is supposedly the only black character in the Disney makeup.
Okay.
But he did say one thing that was kind of funny to me. They said the black dude walked in there and he was an animator first. And so he walked in there and he looked at a dude that was drawing Mickey Mouse holding Pluto on a leash. And he said, why is Goofy letting him do that? They're both dogs. Goofy's not on a leash.
Right.
Why should Pluto be on the leash? Why are you letting Mickey do that to Pluto? Why is Goofy allowing Mickey to do that to Pluto?
True.
And then when you watch it now, Pluto's never on a leash no more. He runs free now. If you just for 10 minutes, if you go look if you go look at Disney right now, and you go look at Mickey Mouse Club, Pluto's never on a leash anymore.
But how a dog got a dog?
Same way a dog got a cow.
I'm a cow. I'm a cow.
Move.
Yeah. That was
Doja
Cat. Like first song.
Very first song. And now look at her.
Man. Alright.
That's all we got today on Conspiracy Hour.
That's it. That's it for today, man.
I'm your host, Dysfunctional.
I'm your boy Said, aka Mr. Let's Talk.
And it's your boy MJ Hustle. Until the next time.
We out of time. Till the next time.
Screaming, let's talk.
Peace.
Peace.
Hello.